Hey everybody, this is Ryan with the Farm to Table Direct Show. We're here at the Okie Homestead Expo 2025, Mays County Fairground in Pryor, Oklahoma. Out here having a great time, and we're here for another great interview, and we're with our friends Chris and Amy with Lenard Mountain Homestead, and I have to always pause to say that because I want to say it differently than it's spelled, but that's okay. I have been schooled on how you say it, so that's okay. Just like Leonard Skinner was what I was told.
Yes,
so,
just like it.
There we
yes,
go.
Just like
but
it.
Anyway, Chris and Amy were are the recipients of the tickets that we gave away last week on our show, and via Dyer Family Farm that actually chimed in on the chat and got them and then passed them on to some friends that wanted the tickets, and we're going to use them. That was the most important thing. And so y'all are here to learn, and I know y'all have, and we're going to get into that just a bit of what y'all experience has been at the expo so far.
I will tell you that an event like this, it is full of information, like
Right.
knowledge, and we've learned a lot of stuff from different people, you know, the vendors themselves.
Right.
And then we also went to some of the talking events,
Right.
and that is also information because I'm learning still.
Right.
I'm in my second year of learning, not just animals, but gardening as well.
Right.
And so stuff like this, events like this, is very helpful, you know.
Right. Well, you know, I know that, and I think we're always learning. And
Yes.
you know, I was kind of joking around earlier. You know, y'all got this fast-growing YouTube channel, which tells me people find y'all interesting and entertaining, and that's a great thing. But you know, still yet, y'all are still really kind of, in a sense, beginners in the actual homesteading process. So y'all can go along with the journey if you go to Lenard Mountain Homestead.
Yes.
Okay. All right. But
Yes.
so, like you were talking about rabbits earlier, and something y'all learned with rabbits.
Okay, one thing we learned with rabbits, well, not one thing, but one important thing, Bugs Bunny, he's a liar.
So why is Bugs Bunny a liar?
Because rabbits, if you didn't know, cannot eat carrots.
Wow. And I didn't know
It's bad
this till
for 'em.
they told us a while ago. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's that learning issue right there.
But we learned that from one of the speakers at this event.
Right. And that's again, that valuable information that gets to come here. Now, y'all been a couple of years now, you know, like you said, in this process, and y'all have had the channel and been in this homesteading community now for a little bit. What's your value you put on that community and these events like this?
What do you mean? Like,
Well, I mean, how important is that community of people around you that you can learn from?
oh, it is very important because we can all teach each other something.
Right.
And I went to one of the vendors earlier, and I told her, I said, it's not a competition. We can be doing the same thing, but we're doing something different.
Right.
And so we can all learn from each other. And so if I'm putting something on my content that somebody hasn't done before,
Right.
you know, then I'm doing my job.
Right. Absolutely. Now, this is y'all's first time here. Is this y'all's first time at Okie?
No, it's
Second.
the second year.
Okay, so second time. So you've been here 2 years.
Yes.
We got you beat by one. Anyway, no competition, right?
No
Anyway,
competition. Did you
but
hear
no,
me?
so now you've seen it last year and experienced it. So now you've been out now. This is day 2 of this year. Mm-hmm. Better, bigger.
I would say that it's bigger.
Right.
I would say there's more vendors, and we set in more this year on some of the speaking
Right.
events and stuff. And I'm just saying, I think it's a little bigger this year than.
Question: will you be back next year?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And I know others as well, but here, you know, we're talking Okie right now. But no, so you got a lot that you can take home and put to work.
Yes, I got bags full. He can tell you. His pockets are filling it.
Yeah, well, that's been a recurring theme here. I've been hearing is guys feeling their wallets disappear. But anyway, that's what it's
But
about.
it's on good stuff.
Right, exactly. That's on the
Yes.
process products you can use or things you can bring home. There's T-shirts, and that's my weakness, but no, there's totally cool with the vendors out here. And something y'all brought up that is so cool, and I've experienced this as well, is that most of these vendors are teachers as well. And so you can learn without even being in necessarily a class just because you're talking to a vendor. Now, Chris, I know you don't like to talk, but I'm going to ask because I need to hear. I've heard her. What's your experience been with just interacting with the other homesteaders?
The nice part about, like you said, the speakers are also vendors is, like you said, you don't have to go to the class over there in the event center. Like the rabbit lady was talking to somebody right next to her tent over there.
Right.
And they have a little mini sit-down conversation about like a specific question that somebody has. You don't have to like wait and catch them after the class. You can just ask them at their booth because they're over here doing their thing at their booth too.
Right. Now, Amy said she has a couple of bags going home. Have you found things to buy?
I just put my stuff in her bag.
Okay, smart. See, just camouflage it.
Last year, I carried a backpack in here, and I was like, I'm not doing that this year.
Too much work.
It gets harder on the shoulders after carrying that around all day. And then last year we had to go out to the truck and empty it and come back in because she just kept loading it up.
Hey, that's okay though. I mean, that's what you're here for, is to learn,
like you said,
find
the
resources.
backpack gets heavier, but my wallet gets lighter, so
it
balances, it balances out.
But listen, no, I mean, we joking around about this. I mean, because it is real easy to spend money because there's so much. I think I remember the first year that we came up here, you could actually see through the vendor barn. And I can tell you, you can't see through the vendor barn. So it is a growing thing, and there's far more. And there's a lot
more food this year too.
I mean, a lot more food vendors.
Last year they had problems with food vendors.
And it was a problem, and I remember that. And I mean, listen, but the food choices grew this year for one, and and the drinks and that type of stuff. So it's a full thing, and I know it has stuff for the kids as well. But totally cool thing. So listen, we're super glad that y'all guys got to get the tickets. So let's shift gears for a minute and let's talk about Lenard Mountain Homestead and the channel and kind of where y'all are. Yeah, he's going to hand that back, I know. But y'all's channel is growing. I mean, y'all have had a great, I think, year.
In October it will be 2 years.
In October will be 2 years, so a year and a half. We're there midway. And what led you to do that? I'll just start there. What led you to do a channel?
So what led us to do a channel is obviously the world's not the same anymore. They're adding more stuff to your food. So we are learning what to have on our homestead that is going to be useful to us as a family. We have pigs. We have chickens, so now we have a goat. And then we have turkeys. Okay. So to have all those animals, I'm learning now. The person I was telling him, I was like, well, the person I am today was not the person I started my channel. I have learned a lot. I'm still learning, and I'm ready to bring that to people. From incubating chicks to not chicks, but eggs, and then butchering our pigs. Right. I'm learning to make my own bread, and I will be introducing sourdough into our homestead as well. So coming to this event and learning from some of these vendors gives me a better mindset of, okay, I can do it. I'll put those in my videos, to put out, and, because maybe somebody's in my position of saying, okay, I'm just starting. This is going to be scary. Well, jump right in, because this, because you'll regret it if you don't, So I know what's coming to my homestead. I know what's going to be grown on my homestead, and it's a better lifestyle.
Right. And I mean, that's so much about what it's about. I mean, and so sharing that journey, and I would even say the ups, the downs, the oops, I shouldn't have done that,
Yes.
Because there's a term floating around about Pinterest, whatever, and I think we get a lot of that where there's this perfect picture and it's not the truth.
No, no, there is ups and downs of having a homestead. Raising animals, you lose some.
Right.
You know, there's storms. We just had wind the other day, so
Right.
you got to make sure your structures are, tied down or built correctly, because you could lose some animals,
Right.
because those structures will be blown away.
Oh, yeah.
So it's all about.
I had to throw a couple. We were packing up to come here, and wind was whipping through where we live, and I had to do the old redneck move and throw a couple of tires up on the tin roof that was starting to blow off.
So there is.
Yeah,
there is some ups and downs of the. Of having our YouTube channel, our homestead,
Right.
so.
Right. So now I know at one point in time you had kind of shared in the past some numbers. How are y'all doing? I mean, is the channel doing great? I mean,
Yeah, we're still growing. I mean, from events like this,
Right.
people don't know who we are.
Right.
Now they do, because I will hand out stickers
Right.
or anything, and then
We
they'll
love
hand me
stickers,
theirs.
but yeah.
They'll hand out their stickers, and they'll tell about their YouTube channel, and then our numbers are still growing because of events like this.
Right. So again, one of the many benefits that comes from these gatherings and stuff like that. Now y'all are located in central Oklahoma?
Yeah, we're south of Bixby.
South of Bixby.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all are up here. You said it's real close. Yeah, y'all are right in the backyard here.
Yep.
Not that far. Yeah, some of us. I've had people from, of course, Georgia, Ohio, of course, a lot of Missouri folks, Arkansas folks, Texas. So it is people coming from all over to get up here, and so it is a chance to get in front of other people. How has having a channel and the homesteading together, how's that changed the family dynamic? I mean, is it, some want it, some don't, or are we?
Yeah. We have our oldest daughter doesn't like being on camera. She's
Right.
just like, Mom, what do you?
Now she's okay with our grandchildren.
Yeah, she doesn't care if her kids are on the channel. Like
Right.
Corbin is a mainstay on the channel, and his mom does not. She's not for it. She's just like, y'all can have that. And then Faith, our youngest daughter, started her own channel. So
Right.
she's the opposite. She's like, I don't want to be on yours. I'm gonna start my own.
There you go.
So
well, hey, that's okay.
They're all different, and Moses and Christopher are kind of. They don't really care either way.
Indifferent,
They're just indifferent to it.
Because, well, I mean, it is a big difference in a change. Because, I mean, my wife doesn't want anything to do with it. She don't want to be on the camera. She's walking by right over there.
Right.
She don't want to do it. But, okay with me doing it. But she
Right.
don't want, it's not her thing. And I think we have to have that respect within a group. And I mean, y'all got a pretty good sized family and a lot of different dynamic that happens,
Yes.
And so I know that's been a thing that I've even had to talk with. It's like, there has to be a little bit of a wall, a little separation of things, just from a peace of mind.
Right.
Because it can consume every part of your day.
Oh yeah, if you let it take over, it can definitely take over, and then the kids never know if mom's recording or not. So there's like they can't yell at each other because their dog's getting into something, or like I don't know if mom's recording, so I have to be nice. I'm like, exactly, you have to be nice all the time.
Right.
So it kind of helps in that respect because
So
it keeps
yeah.
the kids from fighting as much. I'm like, hey, I think
When-
I'll leave
that's-
that one alone.
Right, don't touch that.
Don't
Yeah,
mess with that one.
it is an interesting dynamic and everything, and we have fun, And listen, we have fun with it. My wife knows, But trust me, if she's got something to do in the house, whether I'm recording or not, doesn't matter. Noise, whatever, it's happening because she ain't stopping.
I ain't gonna stop. Right.
Right. But no, it's a lot of
I've gotta
fun,
get
and I
my
know y'all
stuff
guys
done.
have been a lot of fun. Now, y'all are part of a lot of the live chat groups that we have bouncing around in the community and stuff, and I know at different places. How has that helped y'all with the community build?
There's times where I don't put my my lives to subscriber mode only.
Right.
As a channel, sometimes you want to do that, but at the same time, there's times where I don't, because that's how the algorithm throws you into more people seeing you.
Right.
Newcomers. Oh well, I just saw you were live, and this is my first
Right, it
time.
popped in, right.
So it has helped, and then being seen on other people's lives,
Right.
that puts you out as well. So
it's been a positive overall.
yes,
Yeah,
very positive.
absolutely
Yes.
great. And so, and we've already talked about it. Well, listen, we're going to wrap this up because I
Okay.
know I was getting the little signal over there in the background of time, but and that's good. And I appreciate y'all sitting down. Honestly, probably the first time, and we've been in groups everywhere.
Yes.
It's the first time we've got to sit down and just kind of like really chat a minute about everything. Y'all guys have been fun. It's like watching y'all kind of go and just how energetic, everything is, and the humor and the laughs we have when we're out at these places.
Yes.
So appreciate y'all. Glad y'all got the tickets. Glad you used them and came up. I mean, that was what it was about. Was just somebody
Yes.
was going to use them.
We were very blessed, and we thank you guys for putting it out there and letting us win those tickets.
There you go, right? Well, it's one of those things, and it was a full-on team effort. It was a surprise, thing, so it worked out great. And it's something we've done a couple of years, town now, and we'll probably do every year is give out a set because we want people to come out. And when it's somebody that's a friend and they're in the community already, it's somebody that's even better, but because we know it's going to get used. But anyway, well, guys, I want to thank you all both of you for joining in and doing this with us and sharing. Y'all seen enough of it, but at the same time, I'll go over it. We do a little thing at the end of every one: prepare for the unexpected and keep it local. We drag
Keep
that
it
thing
local.
out. So
Yes.
we're going to close out now and kind of wrap this one up and let y'all guys get back out to enjoying the expo
Yes.
and getting around. And I'm thinking it's getting close to finding something to eat around this place.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You gotta, if you're going to eat here, you better get in line early. That's almost
Yes,
a pack
absolutely.
of lunch. But anyway, I see a lot of coolers floating around here, so I think that's what happens. But anyway, folks, another great couple here on the YouTube community, the homesteaders and everything. And we are here at the Farm to Table Direct Show on set at Okie Homestead Expo. And we're going to wrap this out. And as we say at the end of every episode, prepare for the unexpected and keep it local.